What's up, guys? I have been sitting here trying to film this for like a long time. I have just been sitting here and thinking. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do some makeup and talk about all the weird, I guess, ghost stories I've had in my life or encountered. Also, guys, I work in a restaurant, okay? I work in a restaurant. Nothing else. Moving on. I don't know where anything is right here. Just kind of my cute little couch. Yes, I have a couch in my bedroom. I know. Kind of odd. Just don't look at this over there either. But look, I thought I'd scare you guys by putting a doll right behind me. So if you're scared of dolls, keep watching. No, you'll never know. Am I just, creating satire? Am I really this awkward? You will never know. Truly. You'll never know. Keeping that in. Ooh, a sharpener. I'm not supposed to have this. Kidding. Okay, it was kind of not a joke, actually, guys. We'll talk about that in another video. Okay, so I guess before I start yapping, Voluminous, I don't know what it says. I don't think I could swear on YouTube either. Voluminous Butterfly Waterproof Mascara. Maybe I shouldn't use that. Also, disclaimer, any weird sounds you hear in the background or whatever, just ignore it. It's probably my cats. I have 8 cats. Yes, 8. So I think I'm going to talk about when I was younger first, obviously. That makes the most sense. Because even before watching YouTube, even before getting older and watching ghost shows and things like that, I had no idea what a ghost was. Okay, my parents didn't talk about it. They didn't say anything. So I didn't truly have any real idea of what was going on. But when I was younger, I could have been around 4 or 5. I truly can't tell you. This is not something I remember. Disclaimer, this is something I was told. So we walk in and there's the front door and there's a hallway. The hallway doesn't exist now, but at the time there was a hallway and my bedroom door was right when you walk in the front door, right there, off to the right. And you would walk in and that's my room. We get home, I walk to my room, and I just kind of stand there and wave at nothing, directly into the center of my room. And then, here's where it gets creepier. Yeah. I walk into the middle of my room, and I turn and ask my mom, where'd he go? Where did who go? Who? What do you mean? Who? What are you talking about? Where did who go? And my mom, of course, is like, what the fuck? And it's rumored that a little boy had died in my house previously. But moving on, this is just a general bad feeling, but there's a room that is next to where my room is now. But when I was a child, it was like a playroom, here's where all your toys are gonna stay, basically, right? And then where my room is now was the living room. Every time, my parents were like, oh, go play in your playroom, go play with your toys, whatever, and I would be freaked out. This is just a general feeling that I would get, and still do get. This room just gives me really off vibes. Don't know how to explain it. And then there's one other room in my dad's house that I supposedly saw something. Now, you can chalk this up to a ghost, me, again, being scared of the dark, but, there's a few explanations. I won't rule anything out. I said that I saw a man in my parents' closet. So that's nice. That's great. So, I don't know. I don't remember these instances because I heard them from my mother. But moving on. This time, I was older. I was maybe 14, 15, but, yeah. So, me, my sister, and my cousin were like, hey, it would be great. Oh, okay. Cue the Wii music, please, editor. We were like, hey, it would be a great idea if we sleep on the trampoline. Like, this is gonna be so much fun. And we were a bit younger, you know, I was like 14, 15, around that age. And my sibling and my cousin were obviously younger than me. So we're like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. So we all go out there, you know, get our blankets, get our pillows, get everything set up and all comfortable. Well, I saw something. I saw this white figure, kind of like, I'll try to find a picture and put in if I can do that. But, how you typically see a shadow man, quote unquote, like an all dark figure. And I saw it, and this is like dark, mind you. Like, it was pretty dark out. I don't believe it was like dark, like can't see anything, pitch black, but it was getting darker. And I saw this white figure run towards me. We were on the trampoline, obviously. It grabbed the metal, like, thing on the trampoline, the side thing, and pulled itself underneath of it and disappeared. When I saw that, I was like, wow, what in the world, what is that? I, obviously, being, you know, slightly freaked out, was like, did you guys see that? Which, of course, was my first mistake. But I was just like, did you guys see that? And they're like, see what? What are you talking about? Like, so I completely freaked them out, of course, because they're like, what are you saying? Let me backtrack here. And I'm like, oh no, it was nothing. It was just my imagination. Like, I didn't see anything. I don't know. I think it was an animal. That happens, you know. We lived. It was fun. Another time, again, I was younger. I was in my teenage years. I go outside and I'm like trying to throw rocks at our window. So then I run to the sliding glass door to the back and start banging on it. Cause I'm like, this is funny, like, you know, whatever, just being dumb. Well, then I run to my back door, cause we have like, 3 doors? Yeah. But I run to the back door and I'm like banging on it. And I thought I heard someone coming to, like, you know, open the door for me or whatever, or catch me. So obviously, what do? I run. So I go and I run down the stairs, through the concrete sidewalk, and into my garage. This is where things take a lovely, lovely turn. That's sarcasm. I'm still terrified of this garage. You know, I go in the garage, I pull the door over my face, and I put it like halfway. So if whoever was coming out the back door and running like around the house wouldn't really see me. So, you know, as I do that, I hear whispering. Now, you know in a horror movie, when there's like inaudible whispering and it's just like a bunch of words. Now this experience, I ran back inside immediately and started freaking out. And my stepmom and my dad were like laughing at me. They're like, oh, you didn't see anything. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's fine. Again, I was younger, I was a teenager, and I was playing the game Charlie, which obviously I didn't believe in it. I was like, this is just a game. Like, it's not going to work. Like, it's not going to work. Like, it's nothing. Like, whatever. So I had a bad habit when I was younger, which I try not to do this anymore because I really don't need demons to, like, take my kidneys or something. But I was like, you know, messing with it. Well, again, with the whispering, something whispered in my ear. Although that time I don't exactly remember what was said. I can't remember if it was jumbled, like whispering like the last story I was talking about. But yeah. Lately though, I don't experience much. But I will say, however, one night I was on the phone with my friends and I was just sitting at the edge of my bed, you know, sitting there on FaceTime or whatever, and just kind of talking or listening to whoever talked. Well, I look up because I hear something, right? Well, there was a box sitting right, like right here. So I have it there and I hear a noise, right? The mask that I was talking about earlier had fallen down off that ledge because I had a belt there too. Let me backtrack. My belt was also hanging up there. So I was like, okay, that's weird, you know? But I thought, oh, I mean, maybe it's just because, you know, there's so much stuff hanging on that little hook. But the mask, as it's hanging there, made it the whole way over here. Like, it's pretty far. Like, it's far for it to go that much of a distance without being, like, pushed off or, like, thrown. If that makes sense. So I was weirded out about that one. Because I tried to recreate it. I tried to drop it, you know, and see where it would go. Why not? So, I don't know if you can see, but basically fell right there on the ground. Did not go flying. I just found it very odd that it went that far. But the box that I mentioned earlier that was under it literally moved. Like, it was tilted. And I'm like, I did not move that. Like, I was sitting in my bed. Like, I was sitting in my bed. I'm like, how did that move? And again, tried to recreate the same thing. Tried to make the mask fall in the box. And I did. And it didn't move. This is the box I'm talking about. It's got some weight to it. Oh, not me creating a portal with the mirror, but I'll just do it one more time for the people that are skeptic. Nothing. Did not turn, nothing. What else should I talk about? I'm trying to think of another good one. I guess I could talk about how I'd seek out the paranormal as a child. Like, after I figured out, like, oh, that's a ghost or whatever, you know, I would try to search for it all the time, constantly. But it was mostly after I was getting so upset over it and, like, just being, like, absolutely terrified, you know? My mom was, like, told everything to go away, and it just kind of stopped. Like, everything stopped. But then when I got a little bit older, that's when I started, like, trying to chase it. Like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I want to see ghosts, like, it'll be so fun, it'll be so cool, like. And of course, kids at school did not enjoy that. Obviously, they thought I was a weirdo. Which is ironic now that ghost hunting and everything is, like, blowing up on the internet right now. It's very ironic considering, you know, all the popular girls in school were like, oh, you're so weird, blah, 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 blah. And now it's, like, probably what they're doing right now as we speak. So it's just very odd to me. It's odd that if things just suddenly become cool, they're cool, you know? Like, people just choose for something to be cool one day, it is. It's so odd how trends and things like that work. Especially things that are, like, trending that I literally did almost a decade ago, and it's like, yeah, but it wasn't cool then, so I don't know. I'm definitely way off topic. I love to yap about anything and everything. Honestly, I'm starting to get more comfortable with the camera. Like, I'm kind of, like, trying to treat it like I'm on FaceTime with someone and telling them a story. Just a little more professional, I guess. Not by much, but I guess a little more clear than, like, you know, screaming about it or something. But yeah, that was pretty much a collection of all my weird, insane ghost stories. So, I don't know, stay spooky or something. I'll catch you guys later. Bye!